Welcome back to Soda City Live. While the news of pregnancy may seem like a dream for someone who's planned to be a parent, it may be overwhelming and even heartbreaking for someone who conceived earlier than desired. Now, luckily, there are people and organizations willing to help those who are facing challenges with their pregnancies. Like Hope for Life is a pregnancy center in Camden. Joining me today is Miss Camden 2023 and faith-based liaison for Hope for Life Pregnancy, Mary Beth Tanner. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for having me.
It's such an honor to have you, Miss Camden in the flesh, y'all. First, before we get into the details about the pregnancy center, I must say I'm always envious of pageant girl posture, is what I call it. I'm self-consciously trying to make sure I am not slouching so that we can speak today. But
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what has it meant to you to be a part of something of this magnitude?
Yeah, so it's been really awesome, for one, getting to be Miss Camden. This was actually the first pageant I'd ever competed in, so that was really shocking to me to, get the victory and all that. But it's opened up a lot of doors for us, especially in the pregnancy center. I worked with them before I became Miss Camden, and then as I decided to do that, I just chose that to be my social impact initiative. And so with having that, it's just given me even more of a platform to go out and share my passion for this ministry and my passion for the pregnancy center.
And it's absolutely a ministry because not only are you the faith-based liaison, this actual center is faith-based as well.
Yes.
In their community. Now,
yes.
Let's talk a little bit about the resources that are offered and what your role is.
Yeah, so the resources that we offer at the center, the first thing is we give out free pregnancy tests to anyone who come and want that. And then we offer lots of physical resources, diapers, wipes, formula, things like that, as well as just information about pregnancy, what your options are, adoption referrals. We also will have things eventually for the dads, counseling and whatnot. And then we'll also offer classes eventually where people can come and learn just different parenting styles and things like that. And then I'm sorry, what was your other question?
No, basically what your role is.
Oh, yes,
what your
yes.
role is. You're okay.
So I'm the faith-based liaison. So what I've been doing is I go out within our community and the local churches around Kershaw County, and I just share with them about the center. I tell them what we do, tell them how we operate and how we work. And in our vision statement, we say that we work through collaborative community care. And so the way we do that is we collaborate with doctors and counselors around Kershaw County, and when a woman needs something, we would refer her to one of those doctors or counselors.
That's fantastic. Now, as far as where you're located now, I know you don't have your own permanent building just yet, and we'll talk about that, but
yes,
tell us about where you're operating out of and where people can come.
Yes, so we operate out of kind of like a church parsonage at the moment, and that's the temporary location. We're still in search of a building, and we've only been doing Hope for Life since the pandemic year of 2020, so it's still relatively new as we're searching for that. But we will meet people if they go on our website, which is hopeforlifepregnancycenter.com. They can see our address on there, and it's by appointment only at the moment, so they can go on there and click appointments on the little drop-down bar, schedule that appointment, and then it'll get you all set up with where you need to go.
Perfect. I know that's a lot of information, you all, but don't be overwhelmed because, of course, we will have all these details on our website per usual. Now, a couple more questions and we're going to wrap things up here. But as far as not just the resources, but sorry, I lost my train of thought here. It happens though, live television, it happens. But as far as the response, I know it's a fairly new organization, but what has the response been like?
The response has really been great. We've seen some response from the local schools of Kershaw County. They've been really accepting to have the information, and a lot of the counselors and the nurses and several of the schools have that information. So if a student were to come and need that, it's there for them. And a lot of the churches throughout the local churches in Kershaw County, they've been very receptive and very pushing it and sponsoring it, and local businesses and individuals as well. We've seen a lot of positive response towards it. So
perfect. And as far as the future, what are your goals for the future, not just with your position but with the organization as a whole?
We have a lot of goals. We would love to do a lot of things. We want to eventually get to a point where we have a building and we have those kind of things, and we can have more on-site stuff and have an on-site counselor and more of that people can come and have everything kind of all in one right there at the same place. So
Well, that's great. Awesome. Well, first, I want to thank you for joining me today, sharing these
Thank
resources. Congratulations so
Oh,
much.
thank you. Yes,
Congratulations. And again, it's amazing what you're doing. But you mentioned earlier that you all provide diapers and different things like that. If someone wants to donate, what do they do and how do they get in contact with you again?
So if you go again on the website, I would call or email the phone number on there or the email that's listed on the website to contact us. We're also on Instagram or Facebook, same thing, Hope for Life Pregnancy Center, and people could message us or DM us there, and then we can set up a time to meet them, or if their local church is involved with the center, they can get it to the local church who eventually make it back to us.
Perfect. Well, you got all the details there, and of course, we'll have it all on our website. Thank you again for joining us today.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
You are most welcome. We'll have